Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your girl PM coming to you live from the AMPM studios, coming to bring you a PM vlog. Today I'm going to give you a countdown or count up of my top 5 favorite movies right now. So here it goes. Rewind a little bit. I have a lot of favorite movies, and I can watch some of my favorite movies like over and over and over again. So this is kind of like my classic. This list contains like definitely solid 5 favorite movies that I think I wouldn't ever grow old of and tired of, and I would recommend to anybody. So my first one, number 5, is Big Fish, made in 2003, directed by Tim Burton. And I watched this probably when I was in 2008. I was going through an artsy fartsy phase in my life, and this movie really stuck to me. I liked it because it's definitely like a little bit of a brighter, at least visually, it's like a brighter Tim Burton movie. And it's like a cool story about this like very imaginative dad kind of lying to his son and in like a nice way, like to make his childhood nicer, and the son realizes that, you know, he thinks they're lies, and it's just like they're struggling relationship, but it tells like this cool like imaginative story of how this dad remembers his life. And yeah, I really like it. It's just the visuals of it in the Tim Burton style, like it's kind of bright and happy, and that's why I like it. I thought it was like a cool movie, solid. Number 5, Big Fish. My number 4, oh yeah, this one's good. I wrote everything down so I could remember my facts, is You've Got Mail. It was made in 98, directed by Nora Ephron, Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks, New York City love, best rom-com ever. Need I say more? This movie impacted me. I watched it a lot. It was like always on TV growing up, and I loved it. It's just happy and cheerful and fun. It made me want to go to New York and in the fall. Yeah, so I love that movie. I could watch that like any rainy day in the fall. It's a good time to watch it. Classic, You've Got Mail. Number 3, this is my more recent, very recent actually, new favorite movie that's like bumped itself up into like my top favorite classics movies, is Thor Ragnarok. Made in 2017 by Taika Waititi, and this movie is full of action. It's a Marvel movie, which I really like Marvel movies. I was thinking as I was making this list to make like a top 5 favorite Marvel movies, so that might be coming to you soon in another vlog. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok, super funny. It takes my love of Marvel, my love of Taika Waititi, mushed it all together, wham bam, you've got Thor Ragnarok. It's super fun. I love action movies. I think I love Thor and Taika Waititi, and it's so good. Number 2, Jurassic Park, made in 1993, directed by Steven Spielberg. I watched this when I was 4. My parents must have rented it. My parents covered my eyes through a lot of it, and they also didn't tell me that dinosaurs were extinct, so I thought it was real. And that fear of Jurassic Park and dinosaurs kind of like, I don't know, I eventually grew out of that fear and into a fascination, and then grew into more of an interest, and watching it more recently, like this past year, I have seen like, oh man, this movie is really cool and it's directed really well. It's got some like scary, intense scenes, but also some like warm-hearted, tender, like a little more tender scenes, and some humor. And it's like an overall great adventure movie about dinosaurs. Super great. And number one, my top favorite movie is the Lord of the Rings series, made between 2001 to 2003, directed by Peter Jackson. And yes, I'm counting all three of those like in one whole movie chunk, because that's the way it has to go. Lord of the Rings has to be in one long thing. Yeah, I probably quote Lord of the Rings on the weekly basis. Anytime you make potatoes, I say boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. This movie I love. I saw all of them in the movies. I remember my dad taking me and probably some friends, and him telling me like, oh man, I loved the books growing up. I'm so excited to see this. I'm like, ooh, what is it gonna... I'm like 11 years old. I'm like, ooh, what is Lord of the Rings? Like, I had no idea what he was talking about. I didn't know what hobbits were, and then went to the movies and like was blown away by it. And just like the whole fantasy world was brought to life, and it's so cool. I love Lord of the Rings. And those are my top 5 classic favorite movies that I think everybody should watch. Especially right now, there's not that much going on. Take a look, let your heart be warmed, and and touched by these great movies. And I hope you enjoyed it. I will probably be working on some more top 5 faves. And thank you so much. If you like this video, hit a thumbs up. If you want to comment down below, type away. Like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And hope to see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.